Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to a stock market update. We're going to be talking about Pokemon 151, which has been going absolutely bonkers in the past couple days here. We're going to be talking about exactly why that might be happening and the future of Pokemon 151. However, with this price here, let me go ahead and zoom this in. You guys can kind of see what's been going on with this particular card. Insane price action here that we're seeing. Just a straight line up from the past 3 months. You even look at the 1 month chart. Pretty much a straight line up there. We are seeing some sold listing as well, increase in sales. So we're starting to see a bit of a buyout here that is occurring. So we're seeing about 54 of these sold, and we're going to talk about exactly what card this is. However, this is Pokemon 151. It's been going absolutely exponential. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with the reprint status of 151. We saw a little bit of a restock. However, that restock with distributors was some sort of a bundle. We had to buy a bunch of product to have an allocation of Pokemon 151. I believe most distros, that's how they functioned, or that's how they presented these to a lot of LGSs and sellers. And the issue with that is that usually that means that supply is pretty low, and whenever that does happen, LGSs have to keep the price of those 151s up to equate for the very, very low demand of a lot of these junk products, a lot of the less desirable products. So to kind of offset the cost of that, they have to keep the prices high. So not really a great restock of Pokemon 151. I'm not sure if we're going to see any other reprints in the near future. I would hope, fingers crossed, that we do see one. I think we do need at least one more around the holidays would be expected, but Pokemon does have a lot of other things in the queue right now. We've got the Eevee set, we also have the Rocket set, we also have the Tag Team set, and all the other jazz that was leaked from the Pokemon Game Freak stuff. So again, if you guys haven't seen that, check out Twitter and stuff about the leaks. We're not going to be talking about that in this video. Primarily going to be talking about 151 and what it's been doing. We're going to be talking about this price action out of a specific card later. However, let's take a dive into some of the sealed product here. So we're going to take a look at the 151 booster bundle here. You guys see the booster bundle sitting at about $47.50, $48.50 for the market price. We're seeing a little bit of a sideways action on this one. The high of this was about $52 around August, and we're starting to see a little bit of an uptick now from the beginning of September all the way to now. So about a month, we're seeing from $41 to $47, so about a $5-6 price increase there. From the 1 month here, we're also seeing kind of a really nice trend line to the upside. Not like a huge straight line up that we just saw with the previous chart. However, this one is starting to move on its way up as well, and we do know that in terms of ripping product, this is probably the best one that people go to, because there's no booster boxes for 151, and it's very compact, a lot of value in terms of 6 packs in a bundle. Don't have to worry about the stuff being weighed, and it's always very popular because there's really no fluff. You just get the packs, and that's really what people want when they're trying to rip product. But this one is on the move upwards. It is a little bit flatline compared to where it was the past year here. So in July, we're still seeing around that $50 mark, and then we're starting to move back towards that $50 mark. Will we get back there? I think we will, especially if we don't see another reprint, but this one is on the uptrend. We did have a few of these drop in Pokemon Center as well as for Walmart, and that's probably why we saw this little downtick here. But it is on its move upwards. It is starting to move upwards, and again, we'll be talking about exactly what's happening with the singles that is somewhat influencing what's happening with the sealed product, or vice versa. Maybe the sealed product is what's influencing the singles. I would beg to differ. I think the singles are what's influencing the prices of the sealed product right now. We're going to go ahead and go into the Pokemon poster collection now. This one was a very interesting one. We see this 3 month, a huge drop off. We had about $30 for a poster collection. Now that gives you 3 packs, 3 promos, and the poster itself. We are seeing that $29, about $30 mark. Huge drop off here to the $25 at the low, but that's primarily because Walmart had a huge sale on these for Walmart Plus members. I think Walmart Plus was like $12. I'm not sure exactly anyone that was able to pick that up, but Walmart had these for $12 for Walmart Plus members, and they also had $16 for the general public. So currently, right now, as we're speaking, 10/14, those are sold out on Walmart.com. So we're going to probably start seeing an uptick here on the price as well. But that is why we're seeing such a huge down move on this, because it was so readily available. But now it's currently sold out. look at the 1 month chart, we're kind of flat now, but I would expect this to start moving to the upside as well. Poster collection, not as desirable. Not a lot of people want that poster. The promos are nice though. The promos are nice. And you get the 3 packs, but not as desirable in terms of trying to find a product to rip. But however, if people see this in store, I would imagine they would pick them up anyway at MSRP, which is around that $16 range. Next thing, we're going to talk about the 151 Zapdos EX collection. Probably one of the most abundant that I've seen in stores. I don't know why that is, but the Zapdos EX collection, you're sitting at about $37, $38. Most recent sales around that $38, so about that $40 range. We're still going sideways on this one. A little bit of a downtick as well, probably because of the availability of other products such as the poster collection. But over the 1 month, we see a very, very huge down move, and then now we're starting to see another uptick here, and I would expect this one to start moving to the upside. We're seeing a lot more sold here, a lot more sold as time goes on. So you're seeing these high volume of solds compared to back here. So this one would probably start moving to the upside. I don't know why, but the supply of the Zapdos collection box is much higher, and you get the 4 promos, or you get the 3 promos and the 4 packs in this one. But for some reason, this one I've seen a lot more. The next one we're going to talk about is the Alakazam box. This one is the Alakazam EX collection box, and this one for some reason is still relatively high. You're sitting around $50, so in terms of value, you're probably doing a lot better picking up the Zapdos box than the Alakazam box. But the Alakazam box, for some reason, much less abundant than the Zapdos box and much more compact as well. However, you don't get the big card in this one. I think a lot of people don't want that big card anyways, but this one is been seeing a really nice uptick here. Little flat line at the top here, but we're still sitting at all-time highs for this product. I'm not quite sure why, but I think that's probably due to the availability, very, very low availability compared to the Zapdos box. But this one is still sitting at all-time highs, probably has some more room to run if we don't see a restock or reprint of 151, but that is the Alakazam EX box. Just not as abundant, I think, as the Zapdos one. Zapdos one I see quite a lot, but much more popular because you don't get that oversized card. So we also have the Elite Trainer box. Insane price action with the Elite Trainer box. You guys know ETBs. A lot of people like to collect them. A lot of people like to display them. So in terms of value back, you're probably not getting as much value because the price per pack is sitting around like $11 because you got a lot of the fluff in there. You have the promo, you've got the sleeves, you got the card dividers and the energies and all that jazz. The coin is not as good in terms of getting money back for the value. However, the popularity of displaying this as an Elite Trainer box, you guys see my Elite Trainer boxes back here. A lot of people like to display these, so they are still very popular. And the fact that it's a special set and you don't have booster boxes kind of attributes to that as well. But we are seeing all-time highs with the Elite Trainer box. Crazy to think about. You get these at Target for about $58 with tax, and then now we're sitting at $30 more. That was probably a couple months ago where we're sitting here at the lows around that $60 range, and we're seeing $30 up now just from a couple months. Insane to think about that 151 has been going exponential like this. But that is the Elite Trainer box. We're going to talk about the next thing, which a lot of people criticized as being a kind of dead product, and we've got the 151 Ultra Premium Collection. This one was going for, at the lows, $80 to $90. I think a lot of it was $90 on Costco and Walmart. $90 for an Ultra Premium Collection. Insane that we're seeing this. Current price $181.21. That is more than double the price that we've seen. And again, the past 3 months here, we're seeing a lot of solds, very consistent here. Huge buyout here around the September range. However, it's pretty consistent solds. We're seeing a huge uptick in the price since last month. So the 1 month here, we're seeing a very nice uptrend here. And again, I think this one is continuing to move up. You get the 15 packs, which is very, very nice. And you also have the 3 promos, and one of them is the gold card as well. However, this one is starting to see a huge uptick here. The 2 that I have back here is just for the PC. That's all I got left. We ripped a ton of these when they were at $90. A lot of people criticize this as being kind of a dead product. It's available everywhere. However, now you look at it, the price action has been insane. Near double plus in terms of value from where it was at Costco and Walmart.com. Insane price action we're seeing on the 151 UPC. Will we see a reprint of this? I'm not sure. It's pretty difficult to print those gold cards, but anything can happen with Pokemon. I think this one is due for a reprint. However, will we see it? Who knows? I don't know. But let's talk about what's probably influencing all of these prices for the sealed products. So we're seeing huge buyouts of particular card, which is probably causing these items to move upwards as well. And that is none other than the Charizard EX SIR. That is the chase card in the set. I know a lot of people give this Charizard a lot of criticism because of the, you know, it kind of looks kind of derpy. The neck is too large. The picture of the Zard is too small. However, at the end of the day, it is a Charizard and it gets that Charizard tax. You guys know it. Any Charizard out there usually gets hyped up unless it's Darkness Ablaze. But this Charizard is currently being bought out. You guys look at this. It's nearly a straight line up from a month ago. A straight line up. Everything is getting bought out currently with this Charizard. Now, don't get FOMO'd, please. Please don't get FOMO'd. I'll talk about what I think is going to happen in the future of 151 as well, but please don't get FOMO'd. I'm just showing you guys what's currently going on, and this is literally within the past couple days here. October 13th, yesterday, 19 of them sold, high price $300. Did someone buy it for $300? Not quite sure. Could be manipulation. However, people are starting to take note, and the solds are starting to increase. And again, we're seeing that huge uptick there in price. We can kind of talk about the PSA 10s of the Charizard as well. Currently, lowest buy it now price is sitting at $650. $655 with the shipping as well. So $655 for a PSA 10 Charizards. That's more than some of the alternate arts from Evolving Skies. That's crazy to think about how popular the Charizard is starting to move. I think at one time this used to be $350 for a PSA 10. Now we're seeing this huge uptick in demand from a couple months ago, but we're seeing it at around $650 for a PSA 10 for a buy it now. That's not sold listings, but that is what you currently, if you want to go get one right now on eBay, $650, and the $5 shipping fee is what you're gonna have to pay. And that's pretty much what I think is causing this huge move in Pokemon 151. It's because of this Charizard card. A lot of people are starting to FOMO into this. Now, please bear in mind, whenever you're buying, it's not good when there's all this volatility. The best thing to do is just to sit back and watch it all happen. I think this will come down eventually. When will that happen? I'm not quite sure, but I believe that this price will come down eventually. But we are seeing a bunch of these get sold, and again, that's a straight move to the upside here. The best value you're gonna get here is probably the Blastoise. You guys look at the Blastoise. It's still a move to the upside. However, we're not seeing the all-time highs for the Blastoise right now, and this is the second most expensive card in the set. That is why I'm saying the Charizard is influencing the entire price action of 151. Will this change? I think so. I think you can kind of see this trend line here. You put an imaginary trend line there. It is to the upside. However, it's still at all-time highs of $56. We're seeing some at $55 right now. I think this one will start to see that move to the upside too. However, right now, the best value for 151 is not the Charizard. It's going to be your Blastoise EX and your Venusaur EX. These are the top three cards here: the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Venusaur. Venusaur, you're still seeing an uptick here though. However, it has flatlined. We are seeing at all-time highs for the Venusaur. So the best price is that Blastoise, but the Venusaur is still stagnant right now. It is kind of flatlined from the past 3 months, but it is at the all-time highs as well, sitting around that $48. So honestly, 55, 48, I think your best bet is probably going to be the Blastoise if you're looking to get singles. Blastoise at $55, I would expect it to start to move to the upside. Maybe we'll see it break $60 finally with this price action of Charizard, but these are probably your two best value cards in the set. The Venusaur and the Blastoise EX is probably what I'm going to be looking for in terms of if I see these in the store at LGS's. Probably going to be picking these up. The Charizard just has a bit too much of a premium on it. $250, most recent sale. I think this market price is gonna start catching up as well. Will we start seeing the market price at $250? Most likely within the end of the month here, but we'll see what happens. I think Pokemon has to come out with a reprint, at least one more. That is what I'm hoping for. But again, the best value you get is the Blastoise and the Venusaur. Look at the Zapdos here. The Zapdos though, currently sitting at all-time highs at $44.96. That is the past 3-month data at the all-time highs from the past 3 months. This makes sense because the Zapdos is a very, very sought-after card with all 3 legendary birds. Gorgeous artwork there as well. So that kind of makes sense that it is at the all-time highs. Very, very popular card. This one is moving pretty fast to the upside. Not as fast as that Charizard. However, I would expect this one to keep on moving upwards. We also have the entirety of 151 here. If you take a look, we got the Charizard, we got the Blastoise, the Venusaur, the Zapdos, and then this is the interesting part here is the Charizard EX Full Art. Charizard EX Full Art is sitting at the 5th place. Again, you got that Charizard tax there again, sitting at the 5th most expensive, $40 for that card. Very expensive in a PSA 10 as well. I think it's near around that $150 plus $200 mark for a Charizard EX in a PSA 10. It's kind of crazy to think about that this being a full art, is currently sitting at the 5th spot, being a little bit higher than that Charmander at $38. And then we got another SR, the Alakazam, not as desirable, still a gorgeous artwork though. However, this one is sitting at that $35 range, so maybe the Alakazam might be one that you guys want to look into as well. Let's take a look at the price data. Still sitting at all-time highs, still not too high from there, about $1 above, but still sitting at all-time highs with the Alakazam as well. But we're currently seeing the market here for 151 shift in a direction that is kind of unsustainable, I'd say, as long as the demand is there. However, I think for the future of 151, this Charizard will come down a bit. We are seeing that happen with the Greninja. That one has started to come down a little bit, but that might be because a lot of people are starting to move into 151 again, kind of speculating that it might be out of print. I'm not sure if that's the case. I do want another restock, but just keep in mind that with this, a lot of people are going back to this because of the Gen 1 nostalgia and stuff. However, we do have a lot of stuff with Pokemon down the pipeline that's going to take a lot of the demand from 151 into those sets. So we're talking about the Eevee set that's going to show up in January. We also have the Gym set and the Rocket set. So once those come out, I would expect these products for 151 to kind of retrace back to the downside. I'm not sure if that's exactly going to be the case. If we hear that it is out of print, and there's rumors that it's out of print, we might as well see it move all the way even higher than this. But currently what we're at right now, we're seeing a massive buyout of 151. The sealed products are starting to move along with that Charizard. So keep your eyes out on this. I'm not sure if now's the right time to buy. I, for one, am going to wait and see what happens. Fingers crossed there's another restock or reprint that Pokemon comes out with. However, there is a lot of stuff that they have to focus on with the future. So this could be the last we see of 151. I hope not. However, that is what's happening mainly because the Charizard is going exponential. We're seeing a lot of sealed products start to following that price action that we're seeing with the Charizard. It's starting to get bought out as we speak right now. October 13th, yesterday, 19 of them already sold. So that is currently what's happening right now with Pokemon 151. I just want to give you guys an update on the market. A lot of people weren't really, buying Pokemon 151 at its lowest, and now look at it. We're seeing a major buyout now, and I'm not sure if this trend's going to continue. However, that is what's going on right now. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace!